Hello everyone, Teacher Skyla here with SkylaSposts.com, and on this channel you'll find videos all about how to make an income from home. In this video specifically, we're talking about Outschool, when Outschool applications have been denied. So if you're watching this video, either you've already applied and been denied and you would like to figure out maybe why, or maybe you're looking to reapply, or maybe you haven't applied yet and you'd like to avoid having to apply multiple times. I have created a list of patterns I have noticed. Now, there's not anything specific from Outschool saying these are why. However, I have been helping people go through the hiring process as a referring teacher. And I also have friends that are doing the same, and we're all starting to notice the same types of patterns. And so that's what this video is about, is some of those little things or areas that you can avoid or do to try and prevent being denied. Now, I have seen people apply multiple times. I've seen I know for sure 4, maybe 5 times that someone has reapplied and then got in. I'm only saying that because I feel like you might ask me, well, is there a limit to how many times I can apply? I have not yet seen a cap, but I have seen people pass after their 3rd, 4th, and I think even 5th time. So I hope that that will help you. At the moment, I have not seen a cap. Could there be one in the future? Maybe. But right now, in this moment, you can just keep reapplying. Okay. Now, I think the thing that will be the most helpful is to focus on tips in 2 areas. We have a written application and we have an intro video. Both go together to create your application. And the intro video is the only thing that is uploaded in addition to just filling in the actual form or application sheet. However you'd like to, whatever you'd like to call it. So you're not like typing in Word and uploading a file. I think I had someone try to do that. The only place where anything is uploadable is the intro video. Okay. So your intro video and your written application, they really do go hand in hand. And yes, they go hand in hand. We'll get to my next thought in a moment. So, written application. I do have a video that talks about it, about the application, and I'll share it below. And I have an application checklist, which you can print and fill out and then sit down at the computer and type it into the application. It's really helpful. And that's free. I have that for you. So I'll put that below as well. But that's where you'll get the most detail about my suggestions for the written application. Now, you might be denied on your written application if it's too long, okay? If you are just going on and talking about yourself, it tends to not be focused and could potentially just be too much. So try really hard to not have it be too long. And a side note, this was the thought I just had was, while you're filling out the written application, if you're trying to figure out how long is too long, a good rule of thumb would be, well, we're going to get there in a second, but the video is 30 to 90 seconds. So maybe keeping your content related to your video, and if it can fill in 30 to 90 seconds, then it probably isn't too long. So hope that's a helpful tip for you guys. But make sure that the written application is not too long. It should be a little more focused than just rambling. Is that fair to say? Another thing, the second reason why maybe your written application has been denied is that you used bullet points rather than sentences or paragraphs. It does say to list your credentials. It does say to list your experience. However, like I said, I have other friends and myself, I've just noticed a pattern that people who are putting it in bullet point form rather than complete sentences, they're having them do it again. So even though it says list, you can still turn it into a sentence. For example, I could say, instead of just putting bullet point, bachelor's degree of science in child development, 2000, you know what I mean? Instead of just saying it, I could put it in a sentence. I received my Bachelor of Science in Child Development in 2011. That kind of thing. Does that make sense? So instead of just a bullet point and some words, turn it into a sentence and make sure everything you write is in sentence form. Another reason why maybe your written application has been denied, so either it's too long, it's written in bullet point form rather than sentence form. The third one I have for you is spelling or grammar mistakes. I think most of the time people have a basic spell check and that kind of thing, but sometimes we are typing and we might make a little mistake, or grammar. Maybe you were just writing your thoughts down and you have a lot of run-on sentences. I think more often than not, there's a lot of run-on sentences, more so than huge spelling errors or big grammar mistakes. But just really make sure that you avoid any kind of just simple errors, and have someone look over it, or use, I've heard there's a website called Grammarly that you can use, but just really make sure that you don't have any kind of small error, and sometimes a fresh set of ice can help you with that. And then the fourth reason why that I've really noticed a pattern on for a written application is that it's too generic. Okay? It is an application. You want to sell yourself. So, and you can't just say, oh, I'm really passionate about reading. I'm really passionate about books. So I want to do a class that's a book club or a book study or something like that. But maybe you could say instead something like, I have a passion for books, and so I studied literature, and in this position that I had, you could talk about like a job that you had very, in a couple sentences. Just really make it a little bit more specific. Maybe pick one job that really you've got that skill set because of that job that you did and because of that degree that you have. Does that make sense? Kind of pinpoint it. So, reasons that written applications are often denied: they're too long. I could also say, or too short. So finding a happy medium. And then they're in bullet point form rather than full sentences. There are some spelling or grammar mistakes or run-on sentences, or they are too generic and not specific. Those are some of the major things that I've seen on a written application. Now, switching over to the intro video, too long. I think there might be a little bit of contradiction for this because if you're on YouTube and you're looking up examples, some people have said that they've submitted videos that are longer than 90 seconds and they've been accepted. However, there are people that have submitted videos longer than 90 seconds and they've been denied. So on the actual application, it says the video should be 30 to 90 seconds. So just to make sure that that isn't your, oh, I got denied because my video was too long, just avoid it. Make your video the 30 to 90 seconds that they're asking for. It's one of the biggest tips that I can give you, okay? Now, in the video, another reason why it might be denied is that you're not treating it like an interview. Like I said, you need to sell yourself. Talk about your credentials, okay? Be specific, not wordy, specific. Okay, so it does say when you're looking through the application, when you're looking through the application, it does say that you can choose to show yourself teaching. That's fine. You can choose that, but it is still an interview and you should still within that video sell yourself. So I would encourage, if you choose to teach a little blurb, have that be about just a portion of it, maybe half, you can choose, but still treat it like an interview, still sell yourself. Okay? Okay. Another one is, again, you're not specific. If we make it too general, it doesn't make us stand out. I'm going to add in a little side note really quick. So Outschool has been around for about 6 years, but they've been very small. They've mostly been well known within the Outschool. The Outschool. Oh man, guys, it's been a long day already. Oh, and I attempted to film this video the other day, and I couldn't finish collecting my thoughts. But anyway, so it's been well known within the homeschool community. And so it's not new, it's just growing. And I think that that COVID has affected that, because a lot of parents and teachers have gone home and thought, well, what can we do from home? And I think that's where a lot of the growth has come from. But because there's growth, it means that they can be more selective. So they're expecting a higher quality than maybe they did before. And that's why these next few tips about the intro video are very important. Maybe in the past someone did have a slightly long video or didn't have great lighting or great sound, which are my next points coming up. But they get to be selective. They get to be more selective because we are coming to them. Okay? So just do a great job and show them that you care. Okay, so your intro video is either too long, it's not treated like an interview, or with your background, we don't have great lighting or sound, or there's background noise, or you're sitting on a bed. Don't sit on a bed. Okay? Find a space that you can have good lighting, good sound, and something that's inviting. Okay? That's what I encourage. Again, make sure that you are selling yourself. You are professional. It's an interview, so make sure that you're speaking to adults. Unless you're doing a little teaching portion, you're speaking to adults. And then one more quick side tip under the intro video is that Outschool is not online ESL. Okay. A lot of people coming into the company are in the online ESL teaching community, which I am. I've been in it for 4 years. But there are people making their videos trying to get hired by Outschool, and it's all full of TPR, or total physical response. And that's not necessarily our focus. Could you do something like, can you do actions for like big or small if you're teaching something? Absolutely. But finger to chin, ear cupping, finger counting, I would probably try to avoid it or step way back from it. So that's the side note. Okay, so intro video, too long, not treated like an interview, not a great background or lighting or sound. Maybe you're not dressed professionally, or you're not speaking to adults, or you're using too much ESL. Okay. Yes, and then on the written application, too long, you're using bullet points instead of sentences, have some spelling or grammar mistakes, or it's too generic. All right. So that's my tips I have for you. If you have any questions, please comment below or email me at skylisposts@gmail.com. If you are looking to get started, please find someone who can help you. It is a wonderful journey, but it's a little bit hard to navigate sometimes. You're welcome to join my friend Rachel Baker and she has a website called mercifulmornings.com. And she and I have a Facebook group of support about navigating Outschool that will be tagged below as well. Anyone's welcome to join that, no matter who referred you. It's just a great community and a great place to talk about Outschool and get information. But if you are starting this process, find someone to help refer you, whether that's me or someone else. I have videos about the referral program and different things like that. But find someone to help you, help coach you, so that you can be as successful as you can. If you would like me to refer you, I do have that link below as well. But also, please email me at skylisposts@gmail.com so that way we can be connected. I can really help you. I don't get all of your information from Outschool, but find someone, whether it's me or someone else. But let's get those applications passed. We don't want to be getting denied. Let's have a wonderful written application, great intro video. I have videos on both. Check them out and have a great day.